father is to make sure that child knows God. It is very, very appalling today when I hear or speak to some people and they tell me they've never been to church. You know, and I wonder, I say, what is going on? The Bible says, how would they know if nobody told them?
Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Oluwaseun. Welcome to another edition of Table Talk. And today we have two guests who are going to be speaking to us regarding their roles as a father. Would you kindly introduce yourself to our viewers as well?
Good afternoon, viewers, and thank you for having me. My name is Deacon Oluwaseun, Adegoke, and I'm here to be here. I'm happy to be here this afternoon.
Thank you, viewers. My name is Brother Kwami Semeglo. I'm grateful to be here in this platform.
Thank you very much. And our first question today will be, what is the role of a father to a child?
Thank you. Let me first of all say, Father, for all the fathers in the house, I say big thank you and for what you are doing. I believe the role of the father is very important in a child's life, you know. I believe the first role of a father is to train that child in the way of the Lord. The Bible talks about Abraham. Say, I know Abraham, that he will train his child in the way of God. So also, our first role is to train the child in the way of the Lord. Make sure you establish that child in the Lord. It is very appalling today when I talk to some people and they told me they've never been to church. And the Bible says, how would they know if nobody told them? So then I look at it and say, okay, if the child has never been to church, that means the parents has never been to church too. Because if a parent goes to church, he will definitely bring that child to church. So therefore, that role is lacking there. And another thing is that the role of a father has to train, give that child both social and educational training. Make sure your children, you send them to school. And make sure you teach them how to behave in the society. That is very, very important. You have to train them how to behave, how to talk to people, how to carry themselves in society, you know, and you have to give them a very good and sound education. Because if you don't give them education, they're going to depend on you for life. So to give them independence, make sure you send them to school to acquire educational knowledge. Thank you.
When you father a child, your responsibility regarding that child, the well-being of that child, to becoming someone. Or the impact as a father, the provision first, the well-being of that child. But overall, for me, on the note of my predecessor, we are in the house of God, and this theme is, I believe, is how we have come to know God. For me, my background might be different from his background. So my experience being a father, how to educate my child to becoming someone in the society, not a nuisance for the society. First of all, I wasn't born in a Christian family. I was born in an idolatry family, and even a polygamous family. So my experience there, this topic might be a little complex to answer, but I will stick it to it and to make it also short in the arena of by knowing God. Now God has bring forth that child through you, and your responsibility is to provide for that child, to care about it, to love them, and teach them the way of God. What the way of God is to bring them to church first. Now you have to know God first and do according to the scripture before you can train your child according to.
Thank you very much, sir. It has greatly impacted my life. First, Now, as a father, I know now I cannot just think of myself alone now. I have to think of my children. Don't forget the Bible says a man that cannot take care of his home is worse than an infidel. No, I have to provide for them provisions. And so now I have to make sure I meet all their needs, if not all, most of their needs, you know. So that has impacted me. It has impacted me also greatly because now I know these are my responsibility because I am going to give account of them to God, and I don't want to fail in that responsibility. So I have to do everything within my power to make sure that I do not fail those children and I do not fail God. So I have to make sure that one, I'm able, I manage my time to accommodate them, make sure I find time to, spend time with them, to tutor them and take care of them and tell them things and tell them what they are going to expect when they go outside, what society is and how they have to, behave in societies and be a good kids out there. So it has become, it has impacted me a lot in that way. Now, kids come first. After my wife, they come first. They come second. Your wife is the first, then you think about the kids too. So now it's not me alone. Now it's house. Now I have to think about them, and again I have to control myself, because they are watching me. They're watching me. So whatever I do, they will think that is the right thing, and that's the same thing they will do too. So I have to portray a very positive image before them. So because they go copy. I remember our parents in those days, they are very proud to say to us that, oh, I've never lifted my hands against my wife. So I can't be beating my wife in front of my children and expect them to respect their own wife too. So all these things are what I'm very sure I'm conscious of. So I'm conscious of what I do because I know they copy me. They're looking at what I do, and whatever I do is what they believe that is the right thing. And that right thing may be the wrong thing. So I have to be very careful in everything I do so that I lay a good example for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for coming
Thank you.
to visit us today.
Thank you.
We've heard from this wonderful man how important it is to have a father in the life of a child. I hope this will help you to have a rethink about your role as a father and try to see what you can do different to help with the better life of your child. Once again, thank you very much for your time, and we hope to see you again another time.